Here we are. What the fuck did I tell you about copyright infringement? To not to. Then why the fuck do you keep doing it? I only did a little bit. Look, motherfucker, we don't have Queen money. Knock that shit off.
Hello and welcome to Men Behind the Curtain, the podcast about everything and nothing all at once. As always, I am Pitt.
I'm Eli. As of the moment of this recording, Ohio football is going okay at the moment, which is a fucking miracle. So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah. Steelers are doing great. They don't play till later tonight.
I know that I saw the Browns playing. They were playing the Patriots, and at first I'm like, the Patriots haven't done shit since Brady left. But then when kickoff started, I saw Browns was 2-5, Patriots is 5-2. I'm like, fuck.
All right, so but the kid May they have in New England is actually pretty decent. They're treating it like the second coming of Brady, but I don't think it'll go that far.
Well, when I walked out, it was 7-6. It should be 10-6, but Cleveland missed a field goal, which from 34-yard line, which is not that far out for a pro team. So, but Bengals were kicking ass.
Nobody fucking cares.
I actually did not see the missed field goal. I think I might have been out of the room or something. As a side note, there's one kid on TikTok. I found his account recently. He's fucking hilarious. He recaps football games. Have you seen this guy?
I don't know. I keep watching, and I can't remember her name. But I keep seeing a woman do it where she comes in and brings different players in week to week to do a weekly recap. And she's fucking hilarious. And I wish I could think of her name. She's a blonde woman, and I can't. I just can't think of
this
her name.
This one is like Drew something. I forget what it is, but he recaps a bunch of different games. He always wears a jersey for those teams, and like for the one he's gotten the most attention for is the Cleveland Browns.
Wait, is he the kid? Is he the kid that goes, and we're the Cleveland Browns?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have seen him. Yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah. Cleveland has actually caught this kid's he's caught their attention because they tagged him in their official TikTok page. He's fucking hilarious. I guess I'll go ahead and tag it here. I didn't have a video queued up, and honestly, I don't know if YouTube would hit me with a copyright strike if I did play it. But because they've hit me over weird shit before.
Well, what the hell are you putting on YouTube to get hit for copyright?
So one of them was actually Valmont when we were doing that listening party.
Really?
I got a copyright flag on it, which and I'm like I mean, kind of, but like not really. But
you're a board member of the Creative Works that houses Valmont, which is also who that houses our podcast. I don't. It's fucked up.
Actually, speaking of that, let me go ahead and plug this real quick. So apparently we're going to be doing weekly blogs or something on the website on PCW. I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
I need to add that to our link tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Weekly blogs. Yeah. I'm going to have to get with John about that because yeah.
I know I mentioned like I can just do like something of nerd culture every week, which I'm going to be honest, I did pick a cop out. That's an easy one for me. There's always something in the news. And even if there's not something on the news, I watch fucking wrestling. There are several shows a week. I don't actually watch AEW, but if I did, that's more content that I could write about. I picked an easy one. I know that.
Can we just link? Can we just link the podcast? I'd be like, we got ours done.
He did actually talk about doing that, and I think he got the idea because I do our weekly update on TikTok. But I'm like,
when you remember
the weekly update, yeah. But I'm like, the little weekly update that I do on TikTok, honestly, like I throw that together in like 5 minutes, roughly. The ones where I'm quote unquote talking to myself, that might take 10 minutes. Um, but like that's not something to write a post about unless I wanted to do like a quick recap. But even then I would keep it short because like I'm not gonna give you the fucking transcript. Watch the goddamn episode.
uh, but yeah, so yes, the PCW team, Phoenix Creative Works. Uh, our website is going, and there will be weekly content on there. We are also going to showcase certain artists monthly, things of that nature. So if you are a creator who is starving, I don't know any other way to put it, because we all are. Um, you know, shoot us an email, and maybe we can help get your content, whether it is visual, digital, audio, or whatever, even if it's written. Shoot us a message, and we might be able to get your content to the world.
Yeah, we've actually been kicking around a lot of ideas with that. Somebody asked the question the other day about would we want to help adult content creators, to which I just had a clarification question as to like how exactly that would work. And they're just talking about, maybe helping to promote somebody or like artwork or things like that. I'm like, hey, if y'all need a narrator, I can do that.
Yeah,
Speaking
you
of
sitting
which,
reading, it's like, oh, he slid his hand up my skirt and touched me oh so gently.
I promise it would be better than like Peter Erotica on Family Guy. Like, oh yeah, did I mention it's a robot? Yeah, robot. Awesome. Like, all right, buddy.
Damn
that
it,
that
Peter.
episode is so fucking ridiculous. Yeah, he did it on Carter's dime too. That was the best fucking part.
Yeah. Uh,
But so I can go ahead and nominate a couple of our cunt of the week here. Um, I remembered the thing I wanted to say last week with RFK, which is he tried to say something about men's testosterone levels, and he said that teenagers, and his words, not mine. He said teenagers have half of the testosterone level and half of the sperm count of like a 64-year-old man or something. To which, why the fuck are you testing a teenager sperm count? How did you get this? Who allowed this? And why are you not in prison?
well, if we want to, we can get to the science of that. So, um, technically, he's not wrong, but he's also 90% not accurate. So, one of the things that happened when you hit puberty is you have an increase of testosterone and estrogen, depending on if you're male or female. And we're talking cisgenders here. Um, so, yes, a sperm count in teenagers entering into puberty is going to be lower than that of a mature male. Now, we are also looking at the fact of testosterone. Your now body is getting beat to death with testosterone or estrogen, um, to the point of where, yes, it's going to create issues such as, uh, you know, hyper aggression and stuff like that, because your body is learning to adjust to a new chemical that's being introduced to the body. So, yes, teenagers at some point are going to have a lower testosterone and a lower sperm count. Now, when the body reaches its full mature sexuality, it's going to be on par. And that could be at 16, that could be at 17, that could be at 22. So I would love to see the population that was particularly supposedly sampled for this study. But let's also keep in mind that as you age, testosterone drops. So for men who start reaching their 40s and into their 50s, they're going to have a lower testosterone. It's not going to lower the sperm count. Men can produce sperm up until they actually die. Here's the kicker on that. The older a male gets, testosterone, not testosterone, but sperm, the spermatozoid can actually become deformed, which is when you see the majority of the MRDD cases, or developmental disability cases are usually that of an older man and an older woman, particularly that more of an older man because the sperm becomes deformed and that carries different genetic coding, which is more prevalent in the developmental disability area. So somebody who's 36 has more abnormal sperm as opposed to somebody who is 26. Somebody who is 46, that abnormal sperm count increases and it keeps and continue to increase as that male gets older. So fuck you, RFK.
The other one that he said this past week, I swear it's like he's trying to make something new every fucking week. This one, I almost want to not give him cunt of the week, and I'll explain why. I'm going to explain why. So the one that he said this past week, he is now recommending that people start to eat trans fats. Now, the reason that I almost want to give him a pass on this one is if Donnie takes his advice, we might be out of this shithole in 3 months or less.
No. That is very optimistic thinking on your part. I hate to tell you, my friend, you're wrong. You're just so far. You're not even on the boat.
I'm just like that. Again, it feels like he's just making bad recommendation after bad recommendation. Which, first of all, you're not a doctor. Why are you recommending any goddamn thing?
Yeah.
But the last one, this was actually somebody that I had stitched on my TikTok the other day. This fucking moron used his whole legal name, Caleb Day, which, let me see. Yeah, that's showing up. This
He looks like
guy,
a dick. He looks like a dick.
he
I mean, the side shaved on his head. I mean, yeah, he looks like a
a
fucking
little
condom.
bit in the fucking cowlick.
Yeah.
So he made a video. He's just he's by his own description far right. He made a video like, I'm tired of all this weird shit, pushing stuff on kids, da 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 da. He flips his camera out around, and it's a couple walking with a kid, a little kid, like fucking knee high. And I saw a rainbow flag on somebody's backpack. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't mean anything. Like, dude, chill. Then he comes into my comment section talking about, oh, you didn't see the dog mask in the tail? That's a furry. Which, if you're not watching YouTube, I just face palmed really fucking hard. So I had to make another video to this kid. I'm like, first of all, I don't know if you know this or not. Kids like to dress up as things and be fucking silly. Um,
You know?
like and also I've known furries. I used to work with a guy. I have a friend. Her son is. It is not an inherently sexual thing. The only person who immediately went to something sexual is this fucking guy.
Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
mean, to continue to back up, how do I explain this to the fucking MAGA crowd? They're not putting fucking litter boxes in fucking schools so kids can use them. The thing is being a furry, just like with anything, being a furry, or having, being into leather, or wearing different undergarments that are not of your particular gender or things like that. Things like that of that nature are philias. Okay? That doesn't mean that you go out, you're wearing a dog costume, doesn't mean you think you are a fucking dog. It's a philia, which means it's something that you either enjoy or you get some sort of excitement out of. It's not something that you need to function, and it's not what you're describing yourself as a gender. We already know there are multiple genders out there. We can at least go with 6 different genders if you want to sit there and get down to the nitty gritty. And I'm pretty sure there's more, because you got to look at the XXY chromosomes, the XY chromosomes, the XX chromosomes, the YXX, the XYX. We can keep going on with that. You have things like Klinefelter syndrome, and you have trisomy 13. So those are already genders in and of themselves. So when people say there are only two genders, they are fucking wrong according to the science. Now we're going back to the furry thing again. It's a philia. Now, if you don't know what philia is, you stupid fucker, Caleb Day, look it up, you dumb cunt.
Yeah, and I love he was getting eaten alive in his own comments section, which made my heart happy. Um, and he was being very particular about who he would and would not respond to, which was telling. Um, so RFK stays up there as a nominee.
Always.
Trump stays up there as a nominee, but this
Yeah.
week I'm gonna give it to this fucking guy. Oh, also, and let me remind you, in his original video, there was a fucking child in there. I didn't see the kid's face, but that's not the fucking point. That was a child. Maybe don't fucking post that on public social media, you fucking weirdo.
Yep, Caleb, you're the cunt of the week. Fanfare.
I wanted to make I got to figure out like a graphic we can have for that. Like I might just do like a really ugly maybe an ugly caricature of Rowling or something like that. I don't know.
Do ugly caricature of rallying, put it into a PowerPoint presentation or something like that, and then just fucking splice it in. Yay! And you can have that
Yeah,
cut.
yeah. I I could do it like how I did that white people shit a couple weeks ago, which
Well,
I completely just did that. I did that on a whim.
All right, so we won't go into white people shit. Um, so so yeah, saw some white people shit yesterday at the lounge because we were celebrating, our customer appreciation day. We hit 100,000 transactions and stuff like that. And somebody came in and they made
Nice.
it was basically jalapeno poppers, and it was wrapped in bacon, and it had like cream cheese, cheddar, Monterey Jack, and like chorizo in there. You know, like the mildest of the mild. I think Italian sausage has more spice to it than chorizo, in my personal opinion, and it's still not hot. And he had it wrapped in bacon, rubbed it, smoked it. It's really good. So I give props to him as a former, 4-time best in show pitmaster. This shit was on par and it was good. It was acceptable, regardless of whatever neighborhood you were living in. 60-year-old guy grabs it, bites into it. Wow, that's really, oh my God. It just started fucking dancing around like, holy shit, it's so fucking. I'm like, dude, this is not even fucking white people mild. I was like,
My
I was like, what'd you do?
favorite.
Have too much? I was like, what'd you do? Get too much fucking black pepper? It's like, what the fuck? It's like, my God, he could have filled it with fucking mayonnaise and you'd probably be over there going like, oh, it's too hot.
My favorite with that, there's an episode of Teen Titans Go. My kids used to watch that. And honestly, I grew to
I
like it.
used to
I
watch
know a lot
that.
of people
I
don't
used
like
to
it.
watch that.
I know a lot of people don't like it because they like the original Teen Titans show, and it was a good show. But Teen Titans Go, if you can just watch it and appreciate it for what it is entertaining. Did you ever see the one where like Beast Boy and Cyborg were just adding spice to a bunch of shit and just like and like upping the ante? And
Yep.
remember Robin, for those of y'all who don't remember, or if you didn't watch the show, Robin time, and that's kind of how they got into this about cooking and seasoning. Robin added one salt, one grain of salt, and so yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Like I said, don't get me started on white people shit because I saw quite a bit of it yesterday. It was just fucking hilarious. So we do have a catastrophe.
Honestly,
One.
that is hilarious that he would do that.
So we do have a catastrophe. Not from your fan, um, but from, and I don't have the email written down. Shit, I'm sorry about that. So it comes from another viewer, listener, um, and I actually really love this question, and I already have my answer prepared.
Okay.
But they ask, what is the best song from a movie or movie soundtrack done by a fake band?
So I know the majority of people are going to go with what was it, like Eurotrip or something like that, when Matt Damon did the Scotty Doesn't
Scotty
Know.
doesn't
I know a
know.
lot of people are going to go with that.
That was mine.
Ah,
That's actually on my fucking Spotify playlist.
oh, fake band. Actually, one that was kind of funny. Did you ever see Dead Man on Campus?
I have not.
So the premise of the movie is talking about, so you, if your roommate kills himself, you get straight A's, because the premise is you can't be expected to study if you are mourning your dead roommate, right? So the movie starts out, it's a college comedy, it's a dark comedy, but one of them, he's playing an emo kid, he's pretending to be a British emo kid, and they have a song called Sperm. And now he does it as the fucking emo rock band. And the lyrics is literally like, my words are my sperm, like spewing forth my tragic germs, or some it was weird shit. But it was very much like 90s emo rock. But you find out later in the movie that it was an act. Like, the guy catches him singing show tunes in the bathroom with his brush as a microphone. But then at the end of the movie, they go on MTV. He's interviewed by Kurt Cobain, and now it's like this upbeat pop thing. But it's still the same fucking song. So now they're doing like, his brains in his spam. Like, what? So I'm gonna pick that one just because that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Now, for me, it would have to be Lustra, Scotty Doesn't Know from the Eurotrip movie. But I mean, we could even go as far as saying like That Thing You Do by the Wonders. Oh, I'm sorry, the Oneaters.
I mean,
But I mean,
what my
if you want,
first thought was,
I was gonna say, if you want to go way back, and this is a white movie, so you probably have never seen it. Eddie and the Cruisers.
yeah, I have. That's not familiar.
Yeah.
What I
So
thought about,
it's a it's a very white movie. It's an okay movie. But if you're not into stuff like Bob Seger, John Fogelberg, you're not really gonna like the music.
what I did think about though, I didn't. This wasn't my answer because it's not a fake song. But what I thought about was Shrek 2 when they sing "I Need a Hero," because we've talked about this before. Like, honestly, that was a great fucking cover. It really is.
Yes, yes, it is. So let's expand that. What is
But
the best? What is the best cover
if
that you
we
feel the best cover? And we're not going to say from a movie.
so
We're just going to say best cover.
so I'm not gonna go with Johnny Cash "Hurt" because it's too easy. Um, but actually, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball. Alien Ant Farm's cover of "Smooth Criminal" is actually fucking good.
It's banging.
It's not better. It's not better than the original, but it's a good fucking cover.
Yeah. So I'm going to easily eliminate a few here. I'm going to eliminate Jimi Hendrix version of All Along the Watchtower. I'm going to eliminate Come Together by Aerosmith. I'm also going to eliminate Respect by Aretha Franklin.
If you're gonna do that, you might have to take Whitney out too.
Let's take out Whitney. The great cover, and is actually so there is a band that's currently out right now. The band's name is No Resolve, and they do a killer fucking cover of the Moana theme.
Whoa! I was not. I was not expecting that
Yeah.
one.
See the light where it hits the sky, it blinds me. Yeah. So the band No Resolve, they are primarily, from my understanding, a rock cover band, and they fucking slam.
Okay. I found it on a Google search. I'm gonna watch that when we get out of here, and I'm gonna link that in the description here.
All right.
Um,
And then,
but actually, so
honorable mention, the Cranberries doing a cover of Fleetwood Mac's "Go Your Own Way," because Dolores O'Riordan has a very beautiful voice. But not to take away from No Resolve. I mean, every single one of them. I mean, they even fucking cover "Danger Zone" by Kenny Loggins. There's this country song that's out there right now. I can't remember the name of it, and it fucking slams. I feel this rock version that No Resolve does is much better than this country song that's out there. And I can't remember the name of the country song, so that's not important. But if you haven't listened to No Resolve, check them out.
I'll have to. I will check that out. But actually, it's funny because I wanted to talk about this, and you've kind of just given me a jumping off point because we're talking about like movie songs and stuff like that. So I just realized something that makes me a teeny bit worried with Henry Cavill's Highlander reboot, and
Okay.
the reason being we we don't have Queen anymore. Like, first of all, Queen wrote an amazing song for the movie in Who Wants to Live Forever, but I forgot the Princes of the Universe that they used for the TV show, and that is a fucking phenomenal intro for a show. Like that went so fucking hard for no reason at all.
Yeah, it
So
was fucking phenomenal. It was a lot better than the Flash Gordon soundtrack.
so now I'm wondering like and they've actually said they want to do more character exploration like what the TV show did as opposed to the movies. I did hear about that. Batista is also in it. I wonder if he's a villain. I'm not sure. Um,
Uh,
I did mention um, I know Drew McIntyre is going to play his brother, which I think as long as Drew McIntyre isn't completely like Gal Gadot wooden, this should work fine. Um, but now I'm wondering, like, so do they pick an old Queen song for the reboot? Do they find a new band? Do they have somebody do a Queen cover? Because honestly, if we do a Queen cover, I think Fallout Boy might actually be able to do that.
um, Patrick Stump has the vocal range to do it, and I completely agree with that. However, I'm gonna go out there and say you kind of keep Queen when they've been touring. I know they're done touring and stuff like that, but through the early 2000s, they were touring with a front man, and he wasn't trying to take Freddie's place, whatsoever. He was basically paying homage to Freddie and kept Freddie's memory alive by singing, his songs. And that person is Adam Lambert.
Oh, I did hear about that. I forgot about that. Okay. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean he's been on tour with the remaining
Yeah,
members of
so
Queen, and he's got the vocal prowess to you know make it a great song, whether it was written by Freddie or written by him or written by somebody else. He's got the ability to make it fucking great.
oh, you know what? I just remembered why I thought of Fallout Boy. I'm pretty sure it was Fallout Boy. Somebody did a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. I know how you feel about it. I know that you don't like the song. I know that. But
I love Queen, but they
this
picked the one song that I don't like by Queen.
well, the thing is, what I actually do like about it is, and I've noticed that Queen does this a lot, how they switch gears to the point where they're, it's almost like singing two different songs on the same track. I know they did it with "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions." Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's on the same track together.
Yes,
But
and that is the one song I dislike more than Bohemian Rhapsody.
But
I love We Will
I
Rock
think it
You.
was
I
Fallout
can't
Boy.
stand
I'm
We
not
Are the
100%
Champions.
sure, but somebody was that's fair. Um, but I think it was Fallout Boy. They did a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was just so fucking bland. So the beginning part with the piano and everything, he does pretty good. He enunciates a lot better than what Freddie Mercury used to, because Freddie Mercury's enunciation was a little fucking wonky sometimes. Um, he might have been doing it as an artistic choice, but there were times where the word he said and the word, but God, okay. I don't know if you saw it on your end, but I had the video feed like stop for a second. God damn.
Well, I saw you
But
freeze. You
then
were doing one of
when
these
they
things.
get to, but but yeah, then when they get to the second part of Bohemian Rhapsody, specifically the high pitch, the fuck, what were they saying? I forget. But it was so flat. Like it had no like passion in it. Like it was a terrible cover. And since you hated the original song, you would absolutely hate this shit. It was just awful. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how this plays out with like I kind of want them to do Queen. Just I want them to use a Queen song or a cover, maybe Adam Lambert, maybe just kind of keep that tradition. But at the same time, like if it's a reboot and you're doing it for a new generation, I kind of get changing it, but I also don't want them to. It would be like changing the music to Scarface. Like the music is very important, honestly, like for the
Oh
ambiance of the
yeah,
movie.
oh yeah. Well, music, and we were talking with Dustin about this, about sound and music and stuff like that, and it's very very important in driving the emotion behind the scene.
You know what? That reminds me that brings another one up. So somebody used the sound on TikTok the other day. Um, it was a silly sound because like they were talking about it was for a dog, but the music they were using was from Gladiator, and it just like put an itch in my brain. So I had to go on YouTube Music to listen to a couple of tracks to scratch that itch. I forgot that is a fucking beautiful soundtrack to Gladiator. And of course, it's Hans fucking Zimmer.
It was either Hans
I
Zimmer or John
almost,
Williams. Take your pick.
I almost hate Hans Zimmer for how fucking talented he is.
Well, you know somebody else who does Hans Zimmer level shit too. So
That is true. Is that actually? Oh, you know what? Is that going to be in this coming episode?
yes, that is the
So yeah,
intro music and the outro music and the in between scene music.
so yeah. So as of the time that y'all get to watch this or listen, if you're on Patreon, you already have access to it. But if you are just watching us, you don't have the Patreon. 3 days and the finale to Valmont drops. This was a long one. This is a 47-minute episode. But this was a great finale. And if you're on Patreon, you get an exclusive epilogue, I believe, right?
Actually, it is not an exclusive epilogue. It is actually an exclusive extended final, not final scene, but the penultimate scene was extended by about 2 minutes.
Okay, okay. So there's a little bit of incentive. And look, if you guys want to, if you want to go ahead and support it, honestly, it's I believe it's $1 a month for his
Yep.
Patreon, which I mean shit. Anybody literally anybody can do it. Well, you know what? In this economy, I shouldn't say that, but it's not hard to come by. I, I will be a little bit more forgiving. I don't want to say anybody can do that because shit is getting tight. I recognize that we're all tightening our belts, but it's $1. Um, and you'll be helping to support a lot of creators, ourselves included. Again, with the Phoenix Creative Works, we're trying to kind of build that up. Again, we want to partner with people, whether you do again written art, as in like drawings, visual stuff, like whatever. Let us know. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
And I know that we've already started gearing up for season two. I actually recorded my lines for episode two just the other day. Kind of waiting on Jackie and Boss Man to give me the okay before I drop it in the check in the episode channel.
Yeah, and this week begins my beginning work on season two, along with a few other things like the audio book and a couple of Valmont shorts and things of that nature. Also, writing a couple
Yeah.
scenes that are still needed for season two, and a couple scenes that are needed for uh, future seasons. So um, everybody else on the production gets to take a break except for me.
I mean, I'm gonna try to write up another short here pretty soon because I still like the idea that I came up with, where I'm basically a reporter interviewing quote unquote myself as Chuckles. Honestly, like there's a lot of comedic opportunity in that. um, but yeah, as he mentioned, I was going to say this earlier. I believe I've said it before, but yes, I'm also recording an audiobook for oh, the pen name still says Jonathan Phoenix, Carolina storyteller, the guy who wrote and created Valmont. So I'm actually recording an audiobook for him. I finished chapter 8 out of 20 yesterday. So if I don't slack off, I should be able to have this done within about a month or two.
Yeah, and it'll take me about 3 or 4 months to get it finished
Well, that's
because that
why
will
I'm trying
take
to give you as
time.
clean of a file.
Yeah,
That's why I'm trying to give you as
it,
clean a file as I can.
well, it's going to take time. There's a lot that goes into an audiobook. It's not just boom, clean the audio and slap it together. Not this particular type of audiobook. So
Yeah, because I know that we are looking for a more immersive experience. So if y'all are listening, and also, by the way, if you guys want to know what it is, I believe I tagged it before, but the book is Redcoats. It's a horror story. Um, Honestly, the pacing of it, think it's a little bit like Final Destination, but except it's not death chasing them; it's actual fucking ghosts who want them dead. So it's a little bit. That's kind of the vibe, if that's your cup of tea. Um, I know that the version he did redo the version that's on Amazon because the original one, the one that I have, there were some typos and things like that. I have still caught a couple as I'm recording it, um, but it's not egregious. It doesn't take me out of the story. So if you're not a perfectionist, you should still find the book enjoyable. Um, but yeah, so I would say to check that out. Now I'll link that below too.
speaking of
But
new things that are coming, and speaking of new things that are coming up, this January, Starfleet Academy drops on Paramount Plus.
I still need, I haven't watched any of their shit.
You're dead to me.
um, which one is Starfleet Academy? Is that one of the animated shows? Because there were two. There
No.
was Below Decks
It-
and
so there was Lower Decks, which was animated. So Starfleet Academy is actually going to
Lower Decks.
take place during the timeline after Discovery goes to the went into the future, like 3200 or whatnot, and it's going to be the rebuilding of the Federation.
Ooh, okay. That's okay. Cool. That actually sounds pretty interesting. So what? So the Federation is just gone and they're starting from scratch.
Well, the Federation kind of collapsed. You're gonna have to watch Discovery to figure out the whole thing, but and one of the reasons it collapsed was it could have been written a lot better, but we'll go with what it is. So the Federation basically has collapsed. It still exists, but not as prevalent as it once was. So this new show is going to be Starfleet Academy. So you're going to have the recruits going through the academy and stuff like that in progression to what we see in all these original series and the Next Generation and Voyager and stuff like that. So you're going to get things of that nature. So you're going to have all new aliens. I believe I actually saw, and I don't know the actor's name, but I saw the makeup they did, and it was kind of like a Klingon slash Cardassian hybrid.
Okay. Um, as soon as you said like the with the Federation collapsing, when you said like basically you don't want to give spoilers. Honestly, we're like this close to living through that any fucking way.
We are this close to the fucking Handmaid's Tale, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Um, but actually kind of in a similar thread, you were talking about new stuff coming out. I didn't even know that season 2 of Gen V had released. They did
Yeah,
not advertise.
they just released the season finale, and there's some news about season three, but I don't. I tried to look at it, and it was a video, and didn't have the opportunity to watch the video. So there's some news about
So,
whatever's going on with season three. So
well, it's kind of a the news is that there is no news because I actually have the article up right here.
oh,
I
okay.
had no idea season 2 was out. I knew season 2 was coming, but I didn't know that it was out. So that they did a piss poor job of advertising. But um yeah, so as of right now, they Amazon Prime Video has not officially renewed it for season 3.
That's because they didn't
Um
promote season two.
yeah, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and watch that. Apparently, they introduced Thomas Godolkin, which, if you guys don't
Yeah.
remember, that's the Godolkin is the name of the university. You know, Godolkin U or God U. Um, I don't know if this guy is the founder or if he's just a fucking nepo baby, but I mean, he's kind of the brains behind it. I'm assuming. So I'm curious to see that. Um,
I've already seen it. I've just got to watch the final episode.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to watch this just so I can kind of, in my own way, support it, and hopefully they'll go ahead and renew it for season 3. Because season 1 started out amazing. It was fucking great. Um, and the fucked up thing, they they ruined 2 dicks in that season. Now that I think about it, the second
Well,
dude deserved it though.
well, wait until you get into season two.
Well, I just remembered because we all remember the first one in season 1, which I'm pretty sure was a play on the internet saying that Ant-Man was going to go up Thanos' ass. I'm pretty sure that's where they got the idea in Gen V. But the second time, they did it, and I know that actor. No, actually, I think that was the actor. I think that actor was in Supernatural. Um, so she took her basically blood bending. He had it coming. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's
uh,
season two is actually it's good. But there are some things that are lacking from it. And I think that may have been because one of the main characters from season one lost his life. Um, I think it was a motorcycle accident or something like that, if I remember correctly. Um, and
that does sound familiar.
his his disappearance, which was beautifully written into the show while he wasn't there, and kind of pays homage to that actor. But you can kind of feel his presence not there.
Yeah, it's kind of like I know when they were actually playing Black Panther: Wakanda Forever on TV yesterday. I love that movie. I know that it gets a lot of flack. I loved it. I love their spin on Namor. I thought it was great. It was original, and they were trying to avoid Aquaman comparisons, and I think they did a good job in dodging that bullet. But the way that they acknowledge Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa, I thought was beautifully written. It was very clear that they, as a crew, actually missed him, not the character, but him, Chadwick. I thought that was very well done, um, and I thought it was they did a good job of writing the story around it and kind of getting through it. Um,
Yeah.
Also, Rihanna has a beautiful fucking song on that movie.
Oh yeah. It seems to be the theme of today's podcast. Beautiful music.
Yeah, we kind of do keep circling back to that. Um, although I'm gonna take kind of a weird shift here because there's another article that I came across which was really fucking weird. Apparently, and it apparently we've had a second moon with us since the 60s.
Oh yeah, yeah. I completely forgot it. So my wife sent me that article, and I was like, I read it. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's technically an asteroid, but if y'all don't know this, the actual definition of a moon is kind of basically just something that stays in orbit. It doesn't have to be a perfect rock like what we think of. Like it's basically a satellite. Like in a satellite, y'all might think of the mechanical thing, but they named it that because that's kind of what they also name moons. So and apparently, yeah. So we've had it since the 60s. Fuck it, I'll just go ahead and share my screen here because I'm looking that I hit the invite button. I wanted the share button.
Are we gonna invite the moon?
Honestly, at this point, fuck it, why not? Could it really be much worse? But yeah, and this picture I know is an AI generated thing, so obviously we don't have two actual moons. But yeah, it's been with us since the 60s, and apparently it's not going to leave our orbit for about another 60 years almost. So
Well, I'll be dead before then.
I am aware. Honestly, we might all be fucking dead by then, um, with the way things are going. So yeah, they're saying
I'm
it's only
I
18 to 36 meters wide.
I hear it now. I'm so great. I got us a second moon. It's the greatest moon.
Honestly, that wouldn't shock me because like in one of his conferences, he tried to say something about like, "Oh, if they will give you credit, just go ahead and take it." Yeah, we know that's all you fucking do. And honestly, we don't talk about this enough, and I really wish people would just not let this go. This motherfucker plagiarized the graduation script speech from Legally Blonde. Did you ever see that video?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, if y'all don't know what if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, like he plagiarized it word for fucking word. Um, it almost up to the whole her little speech, like we did it. He doesn't do that part, thank God, because that would have been really fucking weird. But he does most of the rest of the speech.
Speaking of moons, did you see that he's putting one? He just leveled the east wing of the White House, and he's putting in his moon. I mean, Death Star, because that's no moon.
Yeah, which I have been seeing arguments about this all week. Number one, the really not even number one. The biggest thing about this is that he's not supposed to touch the White House without permission. He does not own it. He is basically a tenant. I don't think he's going to live to see. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I don't think he's going to live to see the completion of the ballroom. Um, and there's a rumor. I heard a rumor. Well, not a rumor, a theory, a conspiracy theory. What he's actually doing in the East Wing, mind you, the bunker is directly underneath. So what he's actually doing is updating the bunker, which, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the bunker is where the president hides out if America is under attack. That's where Bush went on 9/11. That is, I believe, also where Fanta went during Pride Month when the crowds got pissed off and his little bitch ass turned the lights off in the White House and just went to the bunker because we were calling him Bunker Boy. I'm pretty sure that's actually where he went. So the conspiracy theory is that he's updating the bunker. And if you're going to go with that conspiracy theory, then the natural question, why is he updating the bunker? What the fuck is about to happen?
Well, what the fuck do we need a ballroom for anyway? I mean, there's the fucking Kennedy Center, and shit's been done at the Kennedy Center for what, the last 40 years or so?
You know what I would do if I was the next president after Trump leaves, assuming the ballroom is completed. If it's not completed, I'm just going to knock the fucking thing down. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs it. But if it's complete, what I would do you remember in ancient Rome, the communal bathrooms?
Yeah, yeah.
That is what I would do to the ballroom. I would turn Trump's ballroom into the communal bathroom, and I would call it the Donald Trump communal bathroom,
And here we have a
which is
gold toilet.
almost as good. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. What's an insulting color? No, no, fuck it. It's staring me right in the
Orange.
face. Nope, we're gonna paint them all orange, and it will be the modern day version of Robin Hood Men in Tights. All the toilets in the kingdom shall be known as John.
John.
It'll be the modern day version. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's
hit
what I
the
would do.
Trump.
I would just have a I would just have a row of fucking toilets all throughout the ballroom. That's what it would be, is my communal shitter. If he wants a monument so badly, that's the monument he deserves.
Well, he's got one. He's got a statue with Epstein.
I don't think we've talked about that, or did I show?
We have,
No, I showed the
we have
Bitcoin
not
statue.
mentioned that. Yeah, we
Oh
have
my
not
god,
talked
that
about
was.
his. We have not talked about his statue with Epstein.
Let me see if I can find it. Because if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all have to see this shit. This is there. Oh, this is so fucking funny. It's basically just depicting their friendship. Here's the best part. So originally, that statue was taken down, right? It and broken. I think they broke like one of the hands or one of the feet off or something like that. They repaired it and put it back up after the shutdown, so there were no government employees to remove it again. But also, what I found really funny, that looks more like James Austin Johnson to me. Like, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if he like stood in as the model for this, because that actually sounds like something he would do.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I always thought that. Oh, that's what they did. Jesus Christ. How? That's a clean cut.
Hmm.
But yeah, and Josh Johnson on the Daily Show, phenomenal comedian, hilarious. Um, he actually made a really good point. If Trump wants to distract us so badly from the Epstein files, he should just do a couple of good things. Imagine if he could fix the fucking housing market right now.
Hmm.
Imagine if he could fucking fix, you know, if he took the tariffs off and just stopped that bullshit. Imagine if he gave us universal health care. We actually would, people would forget about Epstein, genuinely. And he could be a hero at the same time, which is all he ever really wants.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen because, there's too much money to be made from the system as it is. But yeah, if he was smart, which that assumption is already fucking dead on arrival. I realize that. If he was smart, he would do something like that, like, make people happy, and maybe they'll give you a little bit of grace. What I'm hoping for, what I'm seeing on the internet and everything, is that I spend a lot of space in the political side of TikTok, specifically people debating. And I don't personally engage because I don't have the temperament for it. I'm going to crash out and call somebody a stupid bitch because I'm tired of dealing with them. But they they no longer have the logical people who on MAGA's side, who will try to come up, have a well thought out debate and make solid points and everything. those people are disappearing. And what we are still getting are the hardliners, the ones who are going to take it to their grave, the ones who just fucking crash out as soon as you press them for any kind of evidence or proof. So I hope that that's indicative of how people in general are feeling. Um, I know the shutdown is not going to do him any favors right now.
No, there's speculation that it's going to go into January.
If it goes into January, and you know what? If it goes through the holidays, they might be fucked they might already be fucked come midterms. But if it goes through the holidays and in January, they own this 100%. So I don't know
Yeah,
how they recover.
well, one of the reasons behind the shutdown is there's a governor that needs to be sworn in, and that governor actually is the only remaining signature needed to release the Epstein files.
Well, is it? I don't think it's a governor. Is it? It's a somebody in the House, I believe, because Mike Johnson
Yeah,
has to
House.
do it.
Yes, yes, it's a House rep. That's right. That's correct.
Yes. Yeah, she won a special election. She would be signature 218. And once they have 200, I believe it's 218. Yep,
Yep.
then Mike Johnson cannot he can't hold back the floodgates anymore. And once that happens, they're fucked. And
Yep.
he's so disingenuous. He tried to use an example of somebody who had a delayed swear-in date. I forget who it was, but she was like, she took her husband's office. She was elected. She had an election and everything. She was elected to replace her husband who had died, and she requested that Nancy Pelosi push her swear-in date to a certain point. And of course, when the guy pointed that out, this dude, Mike Johnson, is a terrible fucking liar. He is terrible at his job because he keeps getting fact checked and still trying to cling on to whatever bullshit he's selling.
You said Klingon.
uh, actually, you know what? I could have named him for cunt of the week because if it wasn't
Yeah,
for
he's a
him,
Patak.
we might have the Epstein files right now if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, he's a Patak.
Actually, yeah. What was funny? He's starting to take on some of Trump's mannerisms. Did you catch any of this?
I tried not to. I tried not. I tried real hard to be like,
So
no.
when they're talking about the shutdown and he was trying to blame it on the communists or whatever, the way that he said it is like the socialist and Marxist. Like, bro, how did you manage to say an M with a hard ER on the end? uh,
Well, that's because
but
he's so far
yeah,
somebody's catheter, so.
that is true. Yeah, it's probably the catheter because there's no the guy's wearing a diaper. There ain't no space in the back end.
All
But
right. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Remember, this Friday, Samhain, Halloween, whatever you may call it, the season finale of Valmont, the Black Raven Chronicles, drops. So make sure you check that out.
and I will likely be live streaming on TikTok this Saturday, the 1st, to do a listening party for that. We'll do episode 11 and 12. We're probably going to be there for about an hour and a half, give or take, all told, maybe a little more. I will make more details later as I know when we're going to do it. But yeah,
Yep.
as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Feel free to check out our other socials. Feel free to check out the PCW website, which again, I will be linking below.
All right. And until then, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Y'all have a good one. Take care.
Be you.